Good morning, everyone. It is 8:02, and it is time for First Alert Weather Extra. How about the fall air that's finally here, even if it's here for a couple of days? We'll take what we can get of these refreshing moments, and we are seeing temperatures a 1 degree to as much as 9 degrees cooler than yesterday at this time. And we have a breeze, and that gusty wind will be present through the early evening hours before subsiding as high pressure starts to build in. Today's highs actually falling short of the normal high of 70 degrees. So staying breezy, bright, and it's going to be refreshing nonetheless. Mid and upper 60s. Good open window weather, that's for sure, if you just need to air things out. But we may be adjusting our thermostat tonight. We'll get into some chillier weather. Here's why. So we're going to fall into the 40s overnight tonight. There could be a few upper 30s. Now, the chance for frost forming tonight is low, but not completely zero, because you can get those little random cooler pockets. And then tomorrow, highs in the low to mid 60s, so not quite as warm as today, so just a little bit lower. And then tomorrow night, that has been the night that we've been monitoring for the potential for patchy frost, certainly. And when we talk about patchy frost being possible, we need the temperature at least to be as cool as 36 degrees. Certainly lower, you have that higher chance. Now, where the higher chance of frost forming tonight is where we have a frost advisory. And that is across western portions of Massachusetts as you get into New York State, northward into Vermont, back to the west. So it'll be close. So what I advise you is make sure any sensitive plants, you either bring them in, protect them, or even water them heavily. As we take a look at when the average first frost is usually right around now. And so that occurs where you see the blue between now and the 10th on average to the north and northeast. And then it takes a little bit longer for that average first frost to occur farther southward. So frost versus freeze. Frost occurs when the temperature is generally anywhere from 32 to 36 degrees. And then you get below 32, 28 to 32 degrees, you're talking about a freeze, and a hard freeze is below 28 degrees. And the growing season certainly gets sapped then. But we still have some growing left to do because it's going to warm back up. And so you have plants that, sensitive vegetables, herbs, different things like that are not fond of probably 40 degrees or colder. And certainly nothing in that 30-degree range, but something that can help them is actually watering them the night before. So go ahead and do that because we have a couple cold nights ahead. As we take a look at what we're expecting in terms of First Alert Futurecast, just bright skies. Might be some clouds late tomorrow with high pressure just building on in. And then we are obviously keeping up with the tropics. It's not often that you get to see two hurricanes so close together. They're kind of working in tandem now. And what we're starting to notice is Umberto is starting to weaken while Imelda now is strengthening. And that's not good news for Bermuda especially. But certainly with these hurricanes being offshore, two at one time, we've had major problems in the Carolinas along the shoreline. And we're going to see some roughness along our shoreline. But let me get to the forecast for Bermuda, because this hurricane, unfortunately, the path now is almost making a beeline. So the center could cross right across it as we go into tonight. Let's go back to when it will be very close to, making that landfall. That's tonight. So the wind is going to be increasing up to hurricane strength tonight, probably up to maybe Cat 2, over 100 miles per hour. Dangerous waves and flash flooding. So not good at all. Now, back here at home, we have Long Island Sound in the sounds around us, Rhode Island block, small craft advisory. But notice that purple, the deeper shade, that's a high surf advisory. That does include parts of Rhode Island, the Cape and the Islands, and then also back up through Maine, and then back from Jersey southward. So, yeah, through this evening, it's going to be a little choppy there. Certainly small crafts will not want to be on the water with those kind of conditions through today. But maybe you want to be just viewing from afar the ocean. That will be pretty much a good sight to see. What also is prettier to see are these changing leaves. It's subtle across our state right now, obviously more so farther north. And what we're going to see in the next 7 days is a little more color popping across Hartford County, especially to the west and east, and then also into Litchfield, Taunton, and Windham counties. So the rain chance, again, is pitiful, 6 to 10 days out. Really pitiful beyond the 7-day at this point in time. And we are seeing temperatures right now that are going to be trending below the average high of 70 before we go way above that. And the temperature outlook is certainly for above average temperatures to stick around for quite some time. So your first alert 7-day forecast, let me just refresh this real quick here. And what we're going to be seeing is temperatures that will be on the cooler than average side at night and during the day. Today, tomorrow. One more really cool start is Friday morning. There will be some areas of patchy frost, better chance for that as we head into Friday morning with the air being more still than tomorrow morning. Nonetheless, we start turning around pretty quickly. 72 for Friday afternoon with dry air. We heat up pretty quickly. So that's why we're going to be easily reaching 80 degrees on Saturday, 83 on Sunday, 85 on Monday. I'll have to look up to see if we're in jeopardy of hitting any records. That's probably be where we're closer to, obviously, than the normal high of 70 degrees. Overnight lows in the 50s. So, yeah, we're going to need the AC again. Pretty crazy this time of year, but it is what it is, right? So we'll just make those adjustments with our wardrobe and thermostat as we progress forward. And you can see the shoreline temperatures go from those 60s to 70s to 80s as well. All right, that's look at your latest First Alert Weather Extra. We're going to be back again on at 9:30 tonight with, again, an in-depth look at your forecast to help you plan out your day and your week. And remember, you can keep up with any of those alerts, the tropics, the tracks, through the First Alert Weather app. Have a great day.